Hey everybody, it's Clay. We got a couple of chunks of metal we're gonna heat and beat. That one was fresh. This one I've worked before. It all started out square like this, but I drew it out flat. I'm trying to turn this into a coat hook. Alright, and we're going to pause. Alright, we're glowing now. Look at that. Oh, I see it's already starting to cool. Might have to go back in there, but let's get a hammer on it. You know that other piece?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't look like it's coming much more apart.
Okay.
It looks like the top bowed a little bit, but the rest of it looks pretty solid.
Let's let it keep going. Let's see if we can, if it burns out all the
Impurities?
epoxy and whatnot. We need to give it up to very high heat, and then you can start to forge it.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we got another chunk of metal in there, and it's a bit bigger. So we're going to start working on that, but it might not work out. We'll see. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. take a look at the forge. Alright. Yes, joystick. And joystick. Alright, there's my forge. That's going. Let's see, can we zoom? See that chunk of metal in there? I'm going to start working on that as soon as it's super hot. We don't know the nature of the metal because it might be layered epoxy together. It might still be workable, but it might not be. So what we're letting happen right now is we're burning off any epoxy that's on it, and then I'm going to start beating on it and hopefully turn it into a knife someday. Thanks, folks. I'll be right back. Like and subscribe for more silliness, tomfoolery, and, just loosey-goosey stuff. Alright, we're going in again. Where is it? Okay, zoom out. And down. There we go. Yeah, it's probably about 100 degrees out already, and I'm working with glowing hot metal in front of a several thousand degree furnace. Good times. Live life on the edge. Okay, folks, I'm going back in again. There's like only 2 or 3 minutes between these little excerpts, because that's how long it takes this metal to get hot. You see how quick it cools back down. And I mean, it's still like super freaking hot. I mean, you want to lick it when it's that orange. But again, a bad idea. 100 degrees, heat and furnace and all that stuff. But it just looks so tasty when it's glowing orange like that. All right, we're going back in. All right, back in a couple of minutes. Cause we're glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Glowing like a metal on the edge of a knife. But come on. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. This other chunk out just to show you guys I'm not ready to work it yet. Man, does it look cool. Oh, look at that. See how it's kind of splitting? See the layers? We're thinking that those might be epoxied together, and we're trying to burn off all the layers so it can be worked. You see how quick it's cooling down already. Hot and sweaty. So if you notice, I'm wearing a leather cuff, I'm wearing a Nomex glove, and a leather glove. This is the one that's dealing with the most heat. This is flame retardant. Wearing a leather apron. I should have safety glasses, but I'm wearing my sunglasses. Last time I was doing it, one of these little pieces of slag popped off of the metal and it landed on the top of my bald head. It stung. You know, I'm tough. It's alright. Woke me up. Top of the head again. I could wear a hat, but you know, Where's the adventure in that? Alright, I'm back in the saddle again. You know, I hope you can actually hear me because I've got dulcet tones. So when I started out, this piece of metal was about that long. So I have drawn it out, what, an extra 2 inches? So it started out at about 5 inches and now it's at about 7. It was a square stock before, and now you can see that it's been flattened in both directions. Close to that one. Yeah, but I still got hair. I still got some of my hair, so it's all good. Here's something my teacher Rob made. One of these days I'll learn. Alright, I switched out hammers. The one I was using before had 2 flat faces. This one has a chisel face, so it's going to help draw that out a little bit. We keep the hammers in a bucket full of water before we use them to swell the wood and keep the head from flying off. Because, you know, no matter who, where, or what you are, you really don't want your head flying off. Safety net! Lick the hot metal! Oh man, it's warm. All right, all right, all right. surprised to learn about doing this is that it's not so much strength, but endurance, because I'm not really beating on this piece of metal. It's not strength, it's endurance. How long can you keep it up? Because you don't have to hit it hard. The longer you can work it, the more you get done. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Kind of winded. All right, everybody, I took 5. So, right now, this video is at 24 minutes. But I've been at this probably about an hour. So I'm using my left hand for the going into and out of the furnace. My left hand is my good hand. Well, not good hand, but my dominant. So I switch out and hammer with the left hand. So this side faces all the heat coming out of the forge, and this side does not. So you kind of have to stand off to the side of the forge so you don't crispy critter. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Alright folks, I'm getting overheated. So I think I'm going to take a more extended break. I'll be back in a bit.